What's happening YouTube? My name's Nick and welcome to another episode of East Coast RC. This is a slightly different one today. This is about flyers tips. Right, what I'm focusing on today is battery safety and battery health. This is just a little video on how to keep your batteries going for a lot longer period of time before they get puffy and you go throw them away and go and spend a lot more money on buying more. It's a very basic little invention, but any beginner pilot to experienced pilot should have one, or at least have a few. It is the low voltage alarm. This is not just an alarm, this is a battery tester. This tells you what your battery is doing. This tells you everything you need to know about what kind of a battery you're using. Is it a 1 cell, 2 cell, 3 cell, and it gets bigger. So what you can do, which is an amazing little thing about this, is especially with the bigger batteries, when you're flying, you can actually plug this into your battery, put it into the plane, it'll go up. When that battery hits a certain voltage, when it is dropping, this will sound an excessively loud alarm, which will basically indicate bring your plane down while it's still safe and save your battery. I have a few batteries here, I don't have much, but I'm going to give you an example as to what I'm talking about. Right, so here is the battery alarm tester, and this is a little single cell in series battery. This is a 3.7 volt 400 milliamp hour battery. I want to see what it's doing. Has it charged correctly and what is its voltage? Right, so what it is in sequence, so it will not work that way. Turn it around, plug it in on the far left. It will not work over there, it will not work there, it will only work here. So plug it in. Okay, it tells me it's one in series, all 4.2, one cell, 4.24. So that tells me that this battery is absolutely full. It's a 4.2 volts, and that is the highest. You should let your battery drop down to about 3.7 volts. That's where you should. Don't let it go any lower than that. Remember, these are basically like smart little batteries. There's a chemistry inside. When you overcharge them, it messes with the chemistry, which can blow the battery up. If you basically fly it or use it way below its voltage recommendation, you'll damage the battery. Other size batteries we have. So this is a 3 cell. This is a 1300 milliamp hour. Also, it's 11.1 volt power. It is a 3S battery. So what does that mean? It means 3 cells in series. You can actually count them: 1, 2, and 3. Now, this here has a discharge cable which plugs into your plane, and that is your charge lead. So with the charge lead, now you're going to hear the sound of this. Again, you take it. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. We turn it this way. It's quite nice and loud. It is 3 in series, 11.1 that's in total, 3.77, 1, 3.78, second cell, and the third cell is a 3.81. So it's averagely balanced out. So what's cool is that if this is my fully charged battery, I'm going to set it to, let's say, 3.6. So when I'm in flight and this battery gets to 3.6 volts, that alarm will sound. I will then know, bring the plane down, disconnect the battery, put a new one in, fly again, put that one aside to be recharged. Other sizes, this is a 220 milliamp hour 11.1 volt 3 cell battery as well. It's exactly the same as this, just bigger, a little bit longer flight time, and it's 3 cells. I've written battery 2 because I have 3 of these, so I need to know which one I'm using at any time. It's just a good idea to do that. And if you want to have a look, this is a charging board for your balance lead charger. What will happen is that you take this, there's different sizes. Whatever you do, do not go plugging these into the wrong ones, you will blow the board. So I know that this is a 3 cell, that's the 3 cell over there. It's got little notches there, you know, it clips in just like that. That will then hook into a disconnect cord which is inside your balance charger, and it will charge. So what I'll do is I'll whip it out and I'll show it to you. Right, so we just come inside. What I was speaking about just now is about battery health. So this is our balance charger. It is set up inside. That is the balance board which will be plugged in. This is your discharge. We're going to plug the discharge in, so that goes in there into the output. Right, so we're going to charge this battery up. to show you what's going on and how it all goes on. So that plugs into the charge board, this goes into the output, those go together, this is a Dean's connector, so that's in. Alright, if you have a closer look here on the basic interface over here, it's already picked up that it's a 3.1, it's going to basically charge at 3.1 amps at 11.1 volts, so 3S, it knows that already. One thing I'm going to do is go through these. So I'm not going to charge right now. Let's have a look through here to see what else there is. There's LiPo balance. This is how I normally charge. I do it at a slower charge rate, and basically that allows all three cells to try and balance as equally as possible. If I go to LiPo fast charge, I can do that at a higher 7.4 volt charge. That will, it's fine. I don't recommend doing it too much, but you can. If you got the time, rather do it a slow balance charge and make sure that you know all three of your cells are basically charged to the capacity where they are roundabout on the same sort of voltage as each other. LiPo storage charge. Every time you fly and use these batteries, doesn't matter how you've depleted them, bring them home, put them onto storage, press start, it'll put this into storage mode. It is vital that you do that to basically allow your longevity of your batteries. After that, there's a discharge. So maybe you haven't used the battery, the wind maybe picked up and you weren't able to fly it, so you have a fully charged battery, you go to discharge, put it on, it will then discharge your battery all the way down to 3.7 volts, which is basically storage mode. So don't come home and put your batteries away and off you go and forget about them. You will damage them internally. If I carry on, I'm back to LiPo charge. So LiPo charge in this way is absolutely fine, but I want to go to balance and I want to do it on balance. So I press start, it's checking my battery, it tells me it's ready to go to confirm, so I press confirm, it is now charging. What you can do now, if you want to see what your three cells are doing, press that button over there, it'll tell you. Cell number 1 is at 3.83, cell number 2 is at 3.83 volts, and cell number 3 is at 3.84. So they are very well balanced as it is. Always, if you have the time, remember, do a slow balance charge, save your battery. That is something that I cannot stress any longer. And if you can get this, that goes along with that. This is about 80 bucks. Any of your hobby shops should have it. If not, banggood.com. They sell them. Takes a bit of time to get here, but well worth it. Your battery is your main, basically, if I can call it the heart of your plane. Without the battery, the plane doesn't fly. Look after your batteries, especially LiPo batteries. These can be dangerous. So make sure that you charge them correctly, discharge them, and put them into storage correctly. I can actually find a link of what happens when a LiPo battery burns, and I promise you, you do not want to be caught with one of those burning in your house. So guys, anything else that you need to know, or any other queries or questions that you might have, drop us a comment in the comment section below and we'll be happy to get back to you. This is a little tips and tricks brought to you from East Coast RC, and I'm Nick, and thanks very much guys. We'll see you in the air. Cheers.